I don't even know where to start this. So as a lot of people know, I bought the URSA G2, their newest best camera that they have right now. And there was a couple of like weird things that I initially had. I didn't know that it didn't come with a grip, and that's fine. I bought one, and then I didn't like the USB for the SSD. It's nice because those are very cheap and you don't have to add anything else on. I didn't really like it because of the wire. So then I just went and I bought more stuff from them. I bought the SSD recorder and I threw that on, and it adds extra weight, whatever. I didn't really care. I thought that, what I was getting was a quality product, and I was going to really enjoy it. In one of my other videos, I showed this video. So I'm not entirely sure if this is something to be concerned with, but currently the light isn't on here. There is an SSD in here. It was working perfectly fine. I've been turning it on and off with it working perfectly fine. Obviously, I don't think you can see that, but it says that there's no card in here. And the other thing that's weird is when I flip the switch, nothing happens here. It doesn't turn off. So I'm kind of confused. And that is, I didn't really know, but luckily enough, I could turn off the camera, turn it back on, and, there was nothing else wrong. But today I was filming a tutorial on using the camera to creating a commercial. And so, I did all of this. I took you guys to the studio that I film in and everything. And everything was working out fine. And I was almost done with the shoot. I stopped recording. I readjusted and started recording again. And across the top, you have your time code and it turns red. Well, when I hit record, it turned red, but all the numbers stayed 0 and the camera locked up. The video was still live, that didn't freeze, but none of the buttons on the camera worked. And so I thought the next best thing was to shut it down and do a power cycle. And when I did the power cycle, the camera came back up and it looked fine. But now it wasn't seeing the SSD. It's seen the SSD, but it said that the SSD needed to be formatted to be able to use it. Well, I just filmed, multiple hours, and I don't want to just reformat the drive. I want that footage. And then I was thinking, well, this is a product that people are going to be doing weddings and stuff like that, yada, yada. So I was kind of, hoping that there was a way to look at the SSD to try to figure it out. So I was upset. I left. So I came here. I plugged in the SSD. My Windows couldn't see it, and it said that it needed to be reformatted. So I was upset, and I said, this is the best camera that they make. They probably are going to offer me some type of support. I called. I sat on hold for 25 minutes, finally started talking to someone, and I felt like I bought the entry level $25 camera. It was the support just wasn't there. There was no help. They searched the forums and seen people talking about these third-party programs and said, oh, go get this. I asked if there was anything else, and they said, oh, we haven't, experienced this, and we have no tools to, fix this. But that was it. There wasn't any additional help, walking me through steps. It was just, oh, go to this third-party site, buy the program, and hopefully it works out for you. There was nothing else. There was no questions asked to me. What equipment do I have? Is it of spec? What their recommendations are or anything like that. It was nothing. I just felt like I bought into something that I don't know. I guess I was expecting a little more support because it's their best camera. I guess if you buy 30 of them, then you might get some help. I don't know. Just a little salty about it. So I get the program and I deleted it, but let me see if I can get the files back because they might be in my trash can still. because this is ridiculous. I got the program and it ran for a long time, and it kept spitting out these files, and it was like MOV files and MP3 files, and I was like, this drive never seen the light of day in anything else but this camera, so it didn't make any sense at all, like what it would be. Okay, so I just restored it. Now let me go and find it quick. Okay, so this was the files that I got. It's weird because they like have lengths and stuff, but you put them into DaVinci and DaVinci has no idea what the hell they are. I'm guessing because the extensions are incorrect or something like that. They're pretty big, like almost 3 gigs right there. So they're big files. That has to be them. Like I don't know what else these could be. And it was just spitting these out nonstop. So I was like, okay, well, I just pissed away $300. What else can I don't know. I'm just very, very unhappy. And once I seen those, I was like, okay, well, I don't really know what to do from here, but we're gonna try to figure this out together. And if I don't figure it out, I'm gonna be going back to my FS7. I don't even know what I'm doing. My brain is going like 1,000,000 miles a minute, and I'm trying to figure out this here. So I have this program here, and hopefully this we will be able to figure this so this is just a open source program, but we'll try to figure this out. So asking me here, do I want to make a log? No, I could care less. Let's go into the drive itself. Intel PC. Okay, PC partition, sure. Analyze current structure for lost partitions, sure. Backup quick search, quick, okay. What am I looking at here? Structure, parenthesis key, P for file list, P. Okay, so here are my files. Date, okay, that's today. So here are files. So we did find files. C to copy selected files. C to copy current file. How do you select? Select. A to select all files. And then C to copy selected files. I think that's what I want. Dude, there's more files than that. Oh, it says next at the bottom. How do I go to next? Okay, well, there's a next there. I don't really know how to get down to next. So we're just going to go with it at this point. There's no left and right. Use right to change. I don't know. The right arrow doesn't do anything. So we're just going to, we hit A for all, and then we're going to do copy selected files, C. Please select destination where. Okay. Okay. Let's put it in save me. And we'll put it in here, and then we want to see correct. Oh boy. Why is this only one file? Failed. Okay, copy. Whoa. Copy done. 1, okay, 0 failed. What? I'm confused. No, wait. C to copy select a file. Oh, is that capital C? So control C? I'm confused. Okay. Just copy and please wait. 3, okay. Okay, so I figured it out. So I hope we're going to test some of these files. So some of them are already copied over. Now let's see. Okay, so here are some files. We're going to open up DaVinci Resolve and see if these work. If these files work, I guess I'm sort of making a half positive video. The support's got to get better. If I'm buying the top of the line, why is a random dude on YouTube going to help people? Whatever. The only problem here is I don't know how many there are. I know that there's a lot because I was there for, you know, the whole day. So let's see. Let's just drag one of these in here that has... Okay, change. Sure. Please work. Please work. Please work. Alright, we're going to try a different one. Oh, why isn't that working? Let's see if there's any, like, data on these. Oh gosh, my computer is, like, locked up. DaVinci Resolve's locked up? Is this program still going? Okay, that shit's still going. No, wait. Wait. I can't do anything in DaVinci Resolve. It has the camera data in here, but why isn't the image working? Why am I not getting the image? Actually, you know what? This is going to a spinning disk, so the drive just might be busy. I don't know. But I would think you would still see at least an image. No? Because I might be copying all of this for nothing if that's the case. Let's see how busy my hard drive is. I'm not concerned with the screen record because that is that's going to my server over the network, so that's fine. But I don't like that I can't see this. Boom! I can see it. Yes! I got my footage back. Fuck yeah. Okay. So the drive itself was just like dead. Or like really busy. Alright, so I'm not even going to mess with this anymore. Because I'm actually getting footage off of here. I just wish I knew within this how many shots it's copying over. Because it just says okay. And I set copy all, but is it all just on the first list? Because there was that other, or next or whatever. Or is it going to copy all the pages? Because that's going to be a pain in the ass if I have to go through each number and make sure that I have them. But at least I'm getting some footage, right? Hopefully. At least I'm getting some. I don't know. This one here says 0. So that's not cool. And this says 0. Hopefully these update. And hopefully this drive has enough space on it. Because I don't think it does. Let's go to here. So this drive only has 385 gigs. Damn it. I don't know if that's enough. At least I sort of figured out a way. That is a good thing. All right, so if you're still with me, whatever, if you have an issue similar to this where you have storage and it's not working, and the other issue is the other program I've never used it before, but what I was reading is it has to know what type of files, has to either be able to read the file structure or it has to know what type of files it's looking for. I guess. I don't know why it was giving me MOVs and MP3s. That shit makes no sense to me because I've never recorded anything but the Blackmagic RAW in this. So actually I might have done one or two ProRes, but there was like 30. So I don't really know what that was all about. But yeah, I'll leave a link to this and just rewatch how I did this. It wasn't that difficult. You just have to read it and, and this is a free utility. So hopefully it's easy enough for everyone else. And, hopefully someone at Blackmagic, it seems like I've been kind of like shunned from them talking to me anymore. But hopefully they see this video and hopefully they kind of like, you know, fix something. Yeah, I don't know. I would hope that the, you know, the pro level stuff would get dealt with in a better manner. Yeah, so I'll be back in, I don't even know, hours. If it's only going to be doing 34 megabytes per second. Yeah, when this is done, I guess I will turn on the camera again and let you guys know if I feel like I got all my footage, if any of it was corrupt and or what. Hopefully there's some type of update for the camera or the recorder or something that fixes this, because with the issue that I was having before that I showed you guys and now this one. Okay, so it looks like it copied 30 files over. It looks like one of them is 0, which kind of sucks. But I think it's just the 30 that are in this list. But I don't know how to... So I can scroll here, but I don't know how to get to the next thing there. Okay, so if we do like a deep search, I don't know what this will do, but I guess I'm gonna let this go and see what happens, and hopefully I can get more than that, because these numbers, I'm like missing some here. So alright, so it's the next day. I ended up having a couple of issues yesterday. I got the initial files, and then I noticed that one of them was corrupt and was missing a few. So then what I ended up doing is I tried to make a complete image of the drive, because then there's another tool set that you can use. But when I went to go do it, I took the 1 terabyte SSD and tried to put it on another 1 terabyte SSD, but the sizes weren't exactly the same. So it went through the whole process, and then at the end it said like it ran out of space. So luckily enough, I had additional drives. I just connected a drive into my system that was bigger. I think it was like a 3 terabyte drive, and I copied everything over and I let it go overnight. I took a look at the files and the image itself. It took me a little while to figure out how to use this software with the image, because everything is command line. But luckily enough, on their website, they kind of explain how to do, well, they sort of explain it. You have to have a little bit of knowledge on how to move around in your command prompt. But once you figure that out, then I was looking at the image itself, and I actually wasn't able to pull any additional images off. They allow you to do a couple different they allow you to do a couple different ways, but at this point I've spent a ton of time, mainly yesterday, waiting for it, and then today, looking at it. I don't even want to go any further, so I don't really know if the files that I was able to pull off, if I got them in their entirety, or if there might be stuff there. I have no idea why this is an issue. I wish I could at least have some type of an answer. I think I feel like yesterday I kind of spoke about how I really didn't like that I was just kind of like pushed aside. I'm gonna leave it at that. But yeah, so now I have these images, like this one here, 34, number 34 is completely there's nothing there, and I don't have from 1 to 4 isn't here. If I go down this list, can I go down this list? If I go down this list, I have most of them, it looks like, within a group. But then after, like, it looks like, I don't know if 33 here is, because this one's 34, and this one's 32. So I don't know where 33 is. I don't think it's in this list. So there are a couple of, like, I don't know. I would deem this as not having a full day's shoot. I might have gotten a couple of files, but if those files were necessary, I would have to do a whole new reshoot of whatever was shot. But yeah, with that said, I mean, if they do reach out to me, I'll have in the top corner or whatever, I'll have like a little card pop up going to that video, as well as in the description. If you don't see a link down there talking about like a part 2 or something like that, then they never reached out to me. But yeah, so that's kind of my experience so far. A lot of the programs and the one that they offered me to download that was $300, it looked like it was looking for file types or something like that, because it was pulling shit that should have never been on that drive. And then last night when I was thinking about it, I initially said that I shot ProRes with that card, and that's not true. I shot ProRes with the SSD that I would plug into the Type-C connector. So I'm pretty sure this card, or this SSD, I've never shot anything but the B-roll files, so I don't know what those other files were. So that's kind of, where I'm at. I'm going to try to build a tutorial around the files that I do have. I might need to reshoot. Like I said, I didn't look through them, and it's going to be a pain in the ass if, parts of those files are corrupt and I can't use them for the little bit that I did have. I could have sworn that I shot more than, 34 shots, but I mean, I probably am going to format this drive and just, move on. If you guys know why this would have happened, I'm using all the stuff that they recommend me get. The SSD is on the recommended list. I'm using all of the up-to-date stuff for all of their equipment. The one thing that I did find weird is that they never asked me, how is your system configured? What updates do you have? Like, they didn't try to help problem solve or anything at all. But yeah, talked about it enough. If you run into similar issues, down in the description, I'll also have links to this tool. It's a free tool. The only downside to it is that you need to know a little bit on how to use command prompt. It's not that difficult. You can, search it, but being able to go to different directories and stuff. I know people that aren't really, tech savvy aren't going to know how to do this, which is the main reason I got frustrated about this, because if I didn't know how to do this stuff, I wouldn't have been able to get any of these files. Well, I think that's where I'm going to stop this one. I wish it was a better outcome, and I hate that I had to make a video like this, because I've liked everything up to this point. But that's me. If there are any updates, I'll post it in the description. But that being said, stopping it here.